Actually short enough for me, it's not very usual. So my name is Avery Simundsson, and I'm here to tell you today about the Iceland Foundation, of which I've been the secretary now for almost 7 years. So for those of you who don't know, we are a registered charitable organization that was established in the 1950s by a group of Winnipeg Icelandic community leaders. They recognized the significance and the specialness of the connection that was felt by the Icelandic North Americans to their ancestral homeland, and they wanted to try and promote that and preserve it. So our mission is to preserve and promote Icelandic cultural heritage in Canada and ties across the ocean. And our mandate can be described as threefold. Cultural preservation. We want to support projects that maintain and celebrate Icelandic culture and heritage in Canada. Educational supports. We administer scholarships and bursaries to students in our area, and we provide grants to organizations that align with our mission. Community engagement. We want to foster connections within the Icelandic Canadian community through various initiatives and involvement. Our board includes representatives from several organizations, which include the University of Manitoba, and that's the Department of Literature and Language, as well as the special collections at the library, the Icelandic National League of North America, Icelandic Festival of Manitoba, Icelandic Canadian Throne, IODE, and the Logsfjord Mainstream newspaper. So along with having that representation at our board, our past president was also a founding member of the Snoring Organization Committee in North America. The foundation was also a part of the Valuing Icelandic Presence fundraising efforts in the 1980s to maintain and support the Icelandic chair at the University of Manitoba. We continue to be involved as the ongoing liaison with the UVM Faculty of Arts and all issues related to the Department of Icelandic Language and Literature. We provide a number of scholarships annually to students in our community, and we have $175,000 in restricted funds that goes towards generating returns for these scholarships. All of the named scholarships that we offer are gifts and endowments that have been very generously donated to us to administer in honor of friends and family members. Many of these were established a long time ago when $200 or $300 went a long way to supporting student expenses, but we all know it's not the case anymore. And so we often, actually every year now, dip into our general revenue to top these scholarships up to make sure we can actually provide some meaningful support to these students. So this is summer, we're always very grateful to receive additional donations to help keep us this support going. We all know how important that education is. We want to be able to continue doing that from now into the future. And we are also interested in new endowments to provide assistance to these students and leave a legacy to someone who means a lot. I want to share a particular story of fund. There's a lot to me as someone who grew up in an area this fund supports and being a recipient of these scholarships. So there was a very shy retiring daughter of pioneers in New Iceland. And when she passed away, she left her entire estate to the foundation to fund ongoing scholarships for students in all of the 3 high schools in our area. So one of our board members goes to those graduation ceremonies every year to hand those out. And it's such a special gift to be able to give to people. She was someone who always wanted to pursue post-secondary education and never had the opportunity. So her legacy is to provide what she could not achieve to others, which is a really special thing. Community grants. We have ongoing funding available for scholarly, historical, and cultural programs and projects related to our mission and mandate. A couple of examples of organizations we have supported, to name a few, are the Gimli Film Festival, Icelandic, the Stefan G. Stephenson Icelandic Society, and Icelandic Canada's 150th Throne Commemoration. Returns on our holdings and unrestricted funds go towards generating this grant funding. It's very often we can't provide the full amount that our applicants are asking for, but we do our best to support the maximum level we're able to try and keep these initiatives going. This is another area we're always very grateful for donations and endowments and bequeaths to make sure we can increase our support to these Icelandic Canadian cultural projects. There's one standalone grant in particular I want to mention, and that's the Ron Goodman Emerging Writers Grant. Dr. Ron Goodman generously provided 5 years of funding for an ongoing grant to assist in emerging writers for writers that are not yet established who produce content related to Icelandic North American themes. We began this in 2021 and we provided some very important funding to the people who really required it and helped them to produce some really important content. This is our last year of visiting the award, the funding we have, and we'd be very interested to hear from anybody who would like to help us keep this going and continue providing this funding to our emerging authors. Ron Goodman also recently passed away, and we feel very honored to provide this work in his name. And we'd like to offer our condolences to his family and friends at this time for anyone who's here, and thank him very much and express our heartfelt gratitude for providing the generous support. We're also big supporters of the Snorri program, and I feel like Brad just took this slide away from me and sort of Icelandic cat and said Snorri there. Talking about the impact it has. How many people here are Snorri alumni or know someone who's a Snorri alumni? Huge amount of people. So as you can see that, and I'm sure you all know we've had the presentation just before showing the value, and I think we've still referred to many people already. But it's a very, very special program that I don't think you can find anywhere else in the world. This program, after we move to this program, that's what we generate future leaders in our community. That's what gets people excited about ongoing, maintaining that very special side of many other places and immigrants and cultures and pioneers do not have compared to what we have here. So the foundation has provided a bursary for every single Canadian participant to Norway since its inception in 1999. And we've created a special fund dedicated to this ongoing support. So if you are a Snorri alumni and you feel you've seen the experience is meaningful to you and you want to allow others to continue having this experience, please consider donating to this fund. So we can make sure that people have access to the amazing opportunity. So how can I get involved? I'm a little funky here, but as you heard the theme here, and I know Brett was line me earlier before, but we do a lot of work and a lot of things that I think are important to everybody here. And that is all 100% completely through community donations. So if you like what we do and you think it's of value, consider donating, consider an endowment. We're also looking for volunteers. All of our board members are completely volunteer-based. We're always happy to see new faces, bring new ideas, and have different people at the various organizations we're affiliated with come and share their ideas. You can donate directly on our website. We have our Canada Helps account. Makes it really quick and easy if you want to do a one-time cash donation, but there's several board members here if you want to talk about something else. So that's all I have, and thank you very much for your attention and enjoy the rest of the conference.